Hi, my friend. It's Pat Sloan here. It is Monday. It's the last Monday of January. We are almost at the end of the month, and I am wearing one of the items from the 10th anniversary, our gear, 10th anniversary gear. Because you know, when I wear this, have you noticed when I wear this, there's a giveaway? Yes. Okay, this is the last giveaway. Today is the last giveaway, and I hope that you will find it to be a fun one. But we're going to talk about some other things first. That'll be at the end, so you got to stay all the way to the end. Today is our Owl Quilt Along kickoff. So this is the pattern I'll See You from Wendy Shepherd, from my buddy Wendy Shepherd. And they're so darn cute. Now let's take a look. Let's take a look at what we got going on with the owls. There are 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I had to second guess myself. There are 4 rows. The owls are a bit taller than they are wider. And your assignment, if you're going to make the whole quilt, will be to make a row a week. So you'll make now obviously my quilt is done. So this week, what I'm going to do is going to get the other camera, and I'm going to walk through and sort of point out things about fabric placement on this quilt, and that can be something that you might want to mimic in your fabric selections, and talk about the quilting on it, etc. So let's get the other camera. We're going to go. The entire quilt is done with my drawing room fabric. This was made to take to the trade show last fall. So my quilt's already done. Let me just show you how the fabric placements ended up on this. For the background, it is the darkest fabric in drawing room. It's not the medallion, it's the other one, which is really quite dark. So it's a really nice charcoaly color, and then you can see the pattern of the leaves. So it's tone on tone, but it's from a distance, it's quite dark. Now each owl, the face, the whole face, all the faces are the same fabric. The face, the nose, the eyes, and the ears. They are all the same fabric, all of them. So there are, what are there, 16? Yeah, there's 16 owls. They all have the same. So you can look at doing your piece. You could work with, maybe you want to make all the faces one week. Something like that. You can break it up how it works for your brain. If you don't want to just do 4, you might find it easier to do faces first. The stick that they're sitting on, the branch, whatever, and their little feet, little owl feet, those are also all the same. So that might be a way to approach it for yourself. Now the body and the wing, let's take a look at those. All the wings are the same. So each wing is the tan medallion. So we've got the tan medallion, and this is primarily all the tan and black fabrics from drawing room. You'll see that there isn't any of the blue colorway in this guy. There is some blue in this particular floral, but you don't have the blue paisleys or the blue, milleflores, those kind of things. And so the bodies and then are different fabrics. So there's 4 different fabrics, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that guy's here, and here. So you can see it's just balanced out like that. So if you are someone that really likes to think through your fabric choices in some structure, that is how this guy is laid out. Now what if you don't want to make the whole quilt? You could do just 4 owls, and depending on how much spacer you put between them, this will be 36 would be like no spacer, so you need a little bit more. So it's probably going to be about 40, but so if you want to do a table runner with 4 of them, it would pretty much fill up the table runner. You could do just 3 on a table runner and then make a little bit bigger spacer on either end, or bigger spacer between them. So Wendy jokes, this one's the introvert over here. Sitting off by herself over on the edge. That's what cracks me up. Now you could just do 1 pillow. you could take this one, this sweetie pie right here, and this would make a super cute pillow. Since it's taller than it is wide, that means you would, just build it out on the sides so that you could have it fit whatever size pillow form you wanted. I will end up doing one. I'm going to do one for, I think, a pillow. I'll probably cut it next week. And I think I'm going to do a red and white one, because the next thing I'm going to decorate with is red and white. So I think I'll do a red and white one. So while we're here, let's look at the quilting pattern that was done. This is sort of a big, I don't know, like it's not like a teardrop, but it's this nice, beautiful shape that is repeated sort of like within itself and then connected. So I just think it turned out beautiful. I love that. Of course, there's a thread. What is that? A thread. It's a nice vertical on here. I tend to like them vertical unless they're kind of like a wave. Then I like them horizontal. But I like these kind of structures a bit more vertical. And then on the border, I used the paisley in the black and silver, and then the big wide back for, okay, we'll just go like this. There we go. And there's the wide back in the charcoal. And it's just, so it's a little bit bigger scale. That same floral, but in a little bit bigger scale. Looks so good, huh? Okay, so there is some detail on the owls. If you didn't pick up your pattern yet, you can go ahead and download that. The link is in the description box below and at my website today and at I Love to Make Quilts. There's a project page for the owls. So yeah, so I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see it. I'm going to pop one picture up here. Wendy showed the owl in tan. Isn't that beautiful? So this is an image of it in the tan, and I have a few other images from Wendy, and a couple of our ambassadors will also be making an owl or two, or a few more than two, as in Kendall's case. But you want to be checking his channel, Kendall Taylor's channel. It is linked in the description box below, so that you can go over and see what he's doing with the owls. Now, I want to today start that free love quilt banner. That's my goal. That's my goal. So we're going to talk about that, and then a little 10th anniversary fun. But we're going to go to the other side of the table. This is the pattern. It's free from the Fat Quarter Shop, and it's a skinny banner. The size is 17.5 by 32. For me, this whole quilt is about the border. Because the border, everything else, they're just small patchwork to do the love and then the hearts and the spool, which is so cute. I mean, they're just small pieces. So I had been collecting up a few things, and I just went now and grabbed some other stuff. So let's take a look at what I got going on. The problem is the border. I don't really want to piece that border. And so you need, it's not very wide. It's only 2.5 inches wide, but you need 28, 29 inches for that length, which means no fat quarters because they're all too small. And so I had some really darling fat quarters with gnomes and things that came in from a friend, one of our friends. Look at the pink gnomes. I don't know, I think maybe a little bit of this could go into making the spool or something. Maybe I can get one of those gnomes in the spool if I do a pink and red. I kind of saved this bundle, but now that's a no-go. It was, I think, in a Sew Sampler box. Yeah. And it came with the free pattern in the Sew Sampler box, but that isn't going to work because I don't really have these dusty pinks in a border fabric I want to use. And so I'm just going to leave that in here. Oh, by the way, when you label stuff, make sure that it's readable. So first of all, the pen wasn't writing very well. And so I wrote what looks to me like valet. So it's supposed to be I guess Valentine. I didn't want to write it all out. Who knows? I cannot tell you how many times I have looked at this box in the last 2 months and went, what is that? What do I have in there? I need to wipe that off and write something on there that is usable, or we'll just make this, and then this box can be for some other project. Okay, all right. So I went looking. Now, this is the other fabric. I'm going to use my, I think we're just going to use the white from Promise Me because, you know, I have it. And I had bought this. Remember I showed you this the other day? This is a gorgeous floral. This would be a very pretty border. This would be a pretty one. I kind of got it to do an Oh My Stars though. So I got the Oh My Stars, but also remember it came with a panel. And I got the panel, which I don't know. Now I'm thinking I could just do something else super fun. I don't know. These panels would look good in that house block that I did with the other panel. That would be super cute, wouldn't it? Be my Valentine, could be a pillow. I don't know. Why do you do this? I do this. You can see, like Valentine's Day is only what, you know, like, you know, 17 days away or something, and here I am. I'm going to make this quilt, and I'm going to make that quilt. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing any of that. It's like, I'm not going to be able to get any of that done. What am I thinking? I need to start Valentine's in, like, December. What is with me? But, you know, that's the way it is. I much prefer to sew it closer to the holiday, but it's not physically possible at times. So I don't know. I could do an Oh My Stars. I could get that. I could get it done if I wanted to make that my only project. Anyway, I'm digressing because I'm this like, so here's another cute one. I could use this actually for the background. I could use this for the background. Wouldn't that be cute? Wouldn't that be cute? Okay, what if I use that for the background? And I could do the hearts. How are these hearts done? How much? Is there a seam like down the middle of it? How are they done? Yeah, it is. It is. So you can see here, this is a free pattern, remember. So you can see here, the patchwork for the hearts is a seam right down the center, which is okay. It's okay. I could live with that because I could fussy cut the gnomes, right? I could fussy cut them so the seam is like here. I could just cut it so that there's a seam right next to the gnome, and a gnome could be on each side or just one side of the heart. There's 4 hearts. So I've got like red, this, I don't have another here. I could do half and half. That would be cute. Half and half. Here, wait. Okay. That would be cute. So take like half of the heart with like a gnome, and then the other half could be, yeah. And so that would be cute. One half could be like there. And I could do a pink on both sides, like 2 of them. The pink could be on this side, 2 could be on this side. I could do a red. See, the white ones, I can't do the white background. It'll just, you'll lose the heart shape. And so, okay, that's what I'll do for the hearts. That's what I'll do for the hearts. Now, that means if I use these reds, I need that berry color red, not an orange red. So let me just show you what I mean. I went through my stuff, and here is an orange red. So they are not, this is a small piece. I do not want an orange red and a berry red, you know, a bluey. They're kind of a bluey red. Now here is one that's a little less orangey, but still has that orange tones. So I think those are a no-go. All right, so I look through here. I've had this floral for ever and a day, ever and about 489,000 days. There we go. So that would be pretty. That's pretty. That's pretty. But look what else I found. Look what else I found. I think one of you sent this, Hershey Kisses. Now this is kind of light. It's a light, more pinky red. And then there's the chocolates. And I've saved this one for a long time. The chocolates also have pink in them. Bing, 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 bing. Winner, 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 chicken dinner. Right? Isn't that the winner? And then what do I do for the letters? The LOVE, that part. I think I will use some just really strong reds that are not with a lot of pattern in them, so that the letters stay. Hold on, let me go pull something. I pulled 3 reds, and this one which is sweet. It has a little bit of purpley in it, and it's directional though, and I just don't think I want to work with directional. Plus, I think I like the other two options better. So I've got a blossom, and this is one of my friend Beverly's reds from Flamingo Toes. So a blossom is a fabric line by Christopher Thompson. It's a basic. There's only a fat quarter of this, which, well, even some of it's missing. So it's probably enough. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the other one because there is plenty. So I will do the L, the O, VE, and then the center of the V, which is a spool thread, which is just so stinking cute, right? And then the top and bottom of the spool, I think I'll do the white so that it's a contrast. It won't look like it's, or I may even do like a pink, a light pink, and maybe whatever, two pinks maybe. I don't know what I'll do. I'll see when I get there. But I want to be sure I don't lose the spool, so I don't want it to be the background fabric here, because that'll lose the concept of the spool. So I got to be careful I'd probably just go dig through some other pink fabrics, and I think do that for the spool. Instead, not the white even. So there won't be any white now. I'll use these hearts because they're so sweet. Okay, so that is my plan. That is my plan for this one, and I will work on getting that cut up, and I'll just show you as I'm going along over the next few days, because that is very doable to have done way before Valentine's Day on February 14th, right? we will see. We will see. I will get it. I will get it. And then I am going to release this bin from the vault or the valet or whatever I wrote on here that doesn't even look like anything. I may actually, sometimes they just get, it's hard after you've written on them a bunch of times, you just need to put a new one. I might just do that now and put those other fabrics all away. Which means also we are going to go talk about the giveaway, the last giveaway. But before we do that, it is Puzzle Day. Today, one of the celebrations for the day is Puzzle Day. So if you have a quilt about puzzles, like the Sudoku quilts, you might have one with puzzle shapes. There's some of those, I think they're autism quilts that have puzzle shapes. And there's a bunch of other things that you could have puzzle, words, Scrabble quilts. So share those out on our community page, Quilt Along with Pat Sloan at Facebook. All right, I will meet you on the other side. Well, here we go, my friend. I decided that to wrap up the celebration for our 10th anniversary of my Quilt Along group, that I wanted to do something special. I wanted to give away to somebody in the community a quilter's quilt. And I think if you quilt, you understand what that means. A quilter's quilt is one that quilters appreciate best because of the workmanship or the style or just knowing all that went into it. And so years ago, I started working on this quilt. This quilt is called Down by the Sea or something like that. It is this vintage spool is the designer of this pattern. They are all applique blocks. I hand applique all of these blocks while I was on trips. While we were on the road teaching, I would take along, I would do them in the hotel room, in the car, so I was hand applique. When I went to sit with my local group, when we would sit once a month and chat, I would take along some blocks. And so it took me quite a few years because it was just a slow process. And then I made the top, put it together, and then it sat for a very long time until 2022 when I finally decided, I'm going to get this one quilted up. And I asked my friend Shelly Pagnelli to quilt it, and she did some custom quilting on it. So it turned out super nice. Let me just show you the details with the other camera. When I pulled fabric for this quilt, I wanted it to be bright and cheerful and feel beachy. So the colors are a lot of blues and turquoise and lots of peachy oranges, teals, pinks, bit of red, and then I threw in this black and white polka dot in a few of the blocks here and there. I should have done glasses, black and white glasses, a hat. I think they're down there on the sandals down there, and the drink. And so Shelley quilted it so that all the blocks are a bit different. Here's a lot of background, pebbles. There's like the waves from the inner ring, you know, the inner tube. Here's clouds. So it was, and then waves. There's just lots of stuff. There's some ribbon I did by hand. These are all hand appliqued. Every applique on here is by hand. And I had a lot of fun making it. I adore this fabric. I saved it, you know, to use on this quilt. And I have had it hanging for a couple of summers now, 2 summers, and I enjoyed it very much. And now, you know, I have a lot of quilts, and I think it's best for it to just go on and have somebody else enjoy it now. So the backing, it's got black and white polka dot for the binding, and then it's my Harmony wide back in sort of a summer blue. There you go for the summer blue. All right, let me just flip this around and talk to you. So sometimes I think some people might feel like, well, how could you possibly give something like that away that you've hand appliqued and put all this time into it and have all these long-term memories about it and things like that? Well, I have to explain to you that some of us are makers that make in a particular way. We are kind of, I would say, obsessive makers, and the making is the joy. The making is the joy. It's not necessarily the finished item. And that is me. This is the way I've been since I was a kid. When I would make as a kid, I am like a serial maker, just like make, just one thing after the other. And when it's done, it's done. Boop, boop, done. You know, give it to somebody, it's gone. I don't need to have it anymore. I enjoy the making. I enjoy seeing it put together, and then that's when I'm done. I am finished with the whole thing. There are ones that will keep to my heart. You know, they were ones that have super special things about them. But because I make so many for so many years, most of it is that the process of making is where my joy comes from. And so some of you can relate to that. I know some of you are just like this. You can tell me in the comments here at YouTube. So for me to give this quilt away, I'm totally fine. Just because I put a lot of handwork into it doesn't mean I have to keep it forever. I'm very excited for one of you to own it and enjoy it. So, like always, you are going to go to my website article for today, and you're going to go to the comment section, and that's where you'll leave a comment. And this is going to run till Friday. Today's Monday. It'll end at 6 p.m. on Friday, so that we can close out this celebration. And the sewing machines run till like the 31st. The sewing machine giveaway is the 31st with sewing parts online. So you want to be sure you are getting in on that one as well. You still have time. If somehow, some way you missed entering that, it's been there since the 15th. So I don't know how you would have missed it, but if you did, the link is in the description box and at my website, which has been at my article every day since. Okay, my friend, ta-da! I am very excited to have all of you here in my community, and so happy to have reached a 10th anniversary, a big milestone with over 400,000 quilters worldwide. We are 400,000 quilters strong. That is just an amazing number, bigger than many of your cities. Okay, my friend, there we go. I love you. Mwah. Thanks for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.